Hi, Seekers. Welcome to No Madness Life. If you're new here, please subscribe. Hit the thumbs up button. If you'd like to become a member, links in the description. Bloop. What's happening? What's happening? This damn speaker stand / paper towel roll. I'm going to make my husband build me something. Well, hello, Thunder420 and Trish and Sweepstakes. Ooh, live chat. I speak out. Hi. Did you miss me? I missed you too. Kara, JC, Jeff. Yay, friends. Right, Jeff? Lady Highlander, happy day to you. It is absolutely gorgeous out. So I have a couple errands to run after my live. Whoa. Oh, come on. Don't do that. I like to rock. You stupid. Listen, this chair's already starting to act up. There we go. There it is. There it is. It's windy but mild. Nice. You made the chicken salad with the cranberry? Yeah, it's good. McIntyre, Judy, Teresa, JC, Deb, Lois, Eva. How is everybody, Trish? Hubby's feeling fantastic. All the yummy food I've been making him. It's exhausting and expensive, by the way. Having a great day, Becca? You want chicken salad? I catch so much shit. Anything I do. Yeah, well, you could do that better. Or, nothing like a lot of cheese with your non-salad existence. Whatever the fuck they said. Anyway, here it was. The bowl was really deep. Really deep. You couldn't tell that with an overview. It was this deep. Lettuce filled half the bowl. And I just laid everything on top. I hadn't mixed it yet, just so it looked pretty. There's something wrong with some of y'all. There really is. There was more lettuce in there than anything else. Some vegetables would look good in there. Well, guess what? For lunch, I had all vegetables. I had steamed vegetables for lunch. No rice. So I didn't want any more vegetables for dinner. I'd had plenty. It was delicious. I cut up some chicken strips, right? I went over to the Dairy Queen and I bought some chicken strips. Just chicken strips. No fries, none of that shit, no soda. I went over there and I said, easy peasy, because I don't like the frozen ones. They're gross. It's like they add seasonings to kill the flavor of whatever the frick that chicken is. It makes me sick. I will never buy frozen chicken strips. So I went over to the Dairy Queen. I bought some chicken strips, right? I cut up 2 in little pieces and put them on top. And then I cut up a little bit of cheese, put it on top, just for a look. Some feta cheese, right? And I just hadn't mixed it all up yet. But that's all I wanted in that salad, because for lunch I had a big thing of steamed freaking vegetables. So I just wanted some cheese and some chicken in a salad. Cheese is protein. They're gross. The Tyson strips, yuck. That's the worst for me. That's disgusting. Well, it's just that somebody's always trying to find something. It's like, wow. God dang. I would have loved to have had a chicken gyro instead, but I'm getting rid of the simple carbs. So that's what I did. And I did the buttermilk ranch, and then I mixed it all up after the photo. That was it. It wasn't even newsworthy. I will continue to share pictures, absolutely. And I love the backlash, because I'm sass, crass, and ass. I think I even said, settle down, big backs. I hadn't even mixed it yet. I am on a journey. And it feels great. Not like Foodie's 48-hour journey. I'm on a straight up journey. Like, this is for life. Yeah, I did. Called them all big backs. God, can you imagine? There's a brand called Bear. They're good. Okay. People gonna hate that slob eating curry with their paws, right? God. She was eating it with her fingers and sucking on her fingers. Is that feeder shit? I've never seen a toddler eat like that. Not in my house. You learned. Remember the little stubby forks? You taught your toddlers how to use a fork. And it was running down her mouth. It was all over her baya. She'll probably wear that thing again before it even hits the wash. Curry fingers. Oh my God. She ate for 40 minutes straight. Let that sink in. Have any of you, that salad took me about 8 minutes, 10 tops. If I set it down for a few minutes, right? 10 minutes. Breakfast took me 5 minutes. Do you know what I'm saying? Lunch, about 5 minutes. Steamed vegetables. Right? Yeah, I'm bored after 10 minutes. She ate for 40 minutes. I'm not covering the mukbang part, but I scrolled forward actually to where Yaba left off, because that's when it gets good for me, is when she keeps making, it's like she wants to tell everybody what she's doing. Because remember rule number 2, she always tells on herself. Yeah, she likes to offend. She said that her eating will get more disgusting. Well, I'm not watching it. I'm not doing that to my viewers. That's like, it's just gross. Dude, she eats every hour. She is in for big trouble physically because she's just getting older. If she don't nip this in the bud, she's in for a big medical event. It is. It's insane. And she was eating with her mouth open, laughing and sucking her fingers, and yeah, whatever, dude. Woof. Anyway, so I have queued it up to where Yaba left off, because this is when we really start talking about, people were like low-key asking her to try to get her answer about Canada. Well, and some were straight up asking, you know what I mean? Yeah, she had about 14 videos removed. I'm going to assume they were removed because she wouldn't mess up her algorithm like that, needing money like she does. You got your Etsy store purchased. Yay! I had another order yesterday for a jar of face cream. I still have 12 or 13 left, and it went out today. So she should do only feeders content on only feeders. Yeah, I seen that, Jeff. It's whatever. Pathetic. Yeah, well, she'll figure out the hard way. She's one of those consequence girls. Yeah. And she's like, like, I get that food is a necessity for life. I get that. The problem is you have romanticized it. So anything you romanticize in life is going to be a problem. Whether it be a fake marriage, a fake guy, a fake relationship, constantly needing something in your mouth as a pacifier, if you ask me. If you can't change your thinking, you cannot manipulate your audience into believing that you can. You need therapy, like inpatient. Well, she does that too, Shady. She was doing shisha like 3 times a day. That's like 300 cigarettes. Stupid. Yeah, so everything she does is... she drives me batshit. This is the most Like, I don't even have words. New subs, thank you for joining. Food is fuel, not friends. Thank you, Jeff. I'm glad I'm rubbing off on somebody. Right. It is. And then when you change that, okay, so if you eat a lot of simple carbs, breads, stuff like that, pastas, I have quit pasta and bread. Okay. Baby steps. Like I said, I used to bake, like if I had a salad, I would bake a baguette in the oven and then slice it and eat it with my salad. Well, I've cut that out. That's hard, but I'm reminding myself that nutrition, the more nutrition that, okay, if you get rid of the carb like that, those kind of carbs, and you stick to complex carbs like vegetables and stuff, you can enjoy carbs, right? You will feel so freaking good. Your gut feels good. It never feels bloated. It never feels gassy. It feels flat and it feels good. So I'm enjoying this. Lots of water, lemon in my water. And actually the other thing is I'm not as thirsty as I was. I mean, I'm not saying I drank a lot of water. I'm just saying that the simple carbs created more thirst, and so does sodium. So my only snack now is the white cheddar simply popcorn, which is non-GMO. It's really good. Blah, blah, blah. Less salt is always better. Correct. So I'm doing that. If you can get rid of bread, and I quit pasta a while ago. I would have it once in a while. Make some spaghetti, right? And that was like once every 6 months. But I really quit the pasta. And now I just quit the bread. And every time you just eliminate one thing and you conquer it, then you go to the next thing and you conquer it. I have gotten rid of all M&Ms, sugar, chocolate, gone. Gone, gone, gone. Gone. Even I was eating the little mini chocolate and I was like, this is fine because it's this big, right? Have one or two. You're good. A day. They're gone. Got rid of them. Have you fully cut out the soda? Because I know every once in a while you would drink a soda. Yeah. Even the diet soda's gone, which is hard because I don't like to drink water with popcorn. I like a diet soda. I went to the little ones and I was only drinking half of one, but I'm not buying anymore. I've looked into all that for my husband, Shady. You finally had a Panera salad and it was so good, yes. Yeah. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. I've cut down the sodium. I've gotten rid of the bread. That was a hard one. That's a hard one. That was a hard one. If your waist is over 40 inches, you are metabolically unhealthy and less prego. Well, probably. I would think so. How about seltzer water? I don't want any of that. I'll just drink my water with lemon. You haven't had a soda since 1990s. Whoa. So anyway, we watch Foodie, and it's changed our life because we see how you can romanticize food and how you can not pay attention to what you're eating. You know what I'm saying? And I'm 60. I'd like to live till I'm hopefully 90. So you can't F around. I couldn't imagine trying to get off almost 400 pounds. And I'm 5'9". That's crazy. I don't drink Dasani. But I couldn't imagine. You know how long that's going to take? It is a lot of money, Halo Dog. You are correct. But you know what? It's an investment into your health to buy healthy food. And soon, the farmers markets will be open. So I will be getting a lot of stuff. I will be freezing some stuff. I'm going to take a trip with Mr. No Madness to Nino Savaggio's. And when I do, I will make a video for you, how beautiful it is, how nutritious it is. And they have the most unique things that they create that are so tasty, which I really don't like local grocery stores. I prefer farmers markets. All right, so you guys ready? I can't farm this year, like garden, but I will next year. There you go, wildflower. It only take, well, I'm not going to say that because I'm not going to, every story's personal, so I'm not going to state that as like a blanket. I'm just not doing it. I heard Chantel talking about going to Canada. Thank you, that's what we're going to cover. And I've been saying it, and she loves to put the nuggets out there to almost like, she's preempting so you won't be shocked. And I told you she would come up with a story if she went home. She will come up with a story, and I believe she's come up with one. Yep, exactly, Shady. And I believe she would do that, and I told you that. I said she will create a story. She's not going to tell you she's not going to tell you the truth. So you want to get into it? Because I do. Before my speaker goes, you know what? Boom. Oh, God help us. God, give us the strength, please. All right, let's get it started. I got to go take care of something real quick. Of course. Okay, here we go. And oh my gosh, Mr. Tiggs had a spa day yesterday. He's so beautiful. It was so beautiful out and sunny and a little breeze and it was warm. So I put him in the shower because it's huge. It's a walk-in. And I bathed him, and then I trimmed his nails, and then I took him outside and ferminated him. And he was just sniffing the air, and the sun was drying him. It was wonderful. Yes, I know. Oh my gosh, he looks so beautiful. And he was hugging me after he ran around like a crazy person, because he always does when his skin's wet. All right, let's do this.
If you can't guess it. Yeah, me too. I mean, we can do those things. Who knows?
What things, Foodie? What things? Let's see what the chat said. Hold on, I gotta back it up to get the chat. Here we go. Somebody said, I just miss the halls and the makeup and the clothing and the cooking, even with your chair. Maybe I miss the kitchen and the setup. They're talking about Canada in her chat.
Things. Who knows?
Who knows? Is our girl going back to Canada? Of course she is.
Listen, if we ever go back to Canada, and when we do, we'll definitely do a lot of Pennington's beeses.
Wow.
Honey, I scare you?
Yes, darling. Yo, you love scaring me. Where's the thrill?
I texted you.
Well, I know, but I'm busy.
We'll do all kinds of beeses, kitchen chair beeses, but just, no.
Wow, we're gonna do all that, huh?
No, crudity rhymes with crudity, and no, it has to be somewhat modest.
Somewhat modest.
I know Salah likes beesin'. Right, babe?
Go to the eye doctor. You look insane. Oh my God. I don't even know. Like, I go back and forth in what we're dealing with here. I mean, delayed development, that's a given. But I just go back and forth between even the two of them. What are we dealing with? This is an unfathomable lifestyle.
Honestly, I wish I could go back for my birthday and see my family, but I just can't.
Why? You got a return ticket. When you're on a visitor visa, you already have a ticket home.
Hey, Ron.
Dry begging for Canada money.
It's very expensive between the plane tickets.
You already have that. You already have the plane ticket. You couldn't come back to Kuwait without it 3 months ago, right? So that's off.
It's almost $2,000.
Already paid for.
Renting a car, almost $2,000.
Well, you shouldn't have sold your car that you paid off. It only took you 8 years to pay it off, and then you turn around and sell it. But you did say once that you could probably get it back. Fascinating. And didn't she boast that it only cost, or it cost her $1,200 to rent a car the last time she was there?
I can't go there without spending a bunch of money, so another over $2,000. It's like $6,000 to go to.
You don't spend $2,000 when you're in Canada. Last time you just bought some wipes and whatever weird shit.
Canada every time. And I went like what? Twice in the.
I think not, she wouldn't have sold the Kia to Pete's because Pete's didn't have money back then, or he might have. He might gave her the money and he held onto the car. I don't know, but I don't think the place he's living, he would have to park it somewhere else. I actually think that she might have she might have got some money from someone else and they're holding the car.
The past 6 months, wasn't it? So it's a lot of money.
No, you went there at Christmas. You went to Thailand before that.
When you have financial goals, you can't go off track like that. Yeah. Do they have a discussion together, meal prep water?
That's what I think too, Dandelion.
It's a lot of money, because Canada's expensive. You spend about, I would say, $40 a day on food.
What? That's you. Because you eat fast food like 3 times a day. Jesus.
Yeah. Compared to 10 for the two of us.
Yeah, but 2KD is not. No. That's one meal. You were ordering out and driving around and eating fast food one after another. That easily came to like $30. So that's not true.
Stay longer.
Everything's 10KD over there, right? Even going to the hospital. Get out of here.
I can't. I miss my family here. You never been to Canada? You got roasted? On her channel? He came on her channel?
No, that's not what happened, but go ahead. I don't want to hear the drama. I hate it.
Ron, America's going broke? Yeah.
America's going broke, Ron? Really? Then why you send her super chats and buy memberships? God, you're one of those. America's going broke. I'm losing $1,000 a day. Okay, life. Maybe you should make better choices in life, Ron.
1,000 a day.
Right.
Love.
That is dumb.
My binge was 5,000. That's it? I thought it was more than that. Yeah, I mean, binging is no joke. It's a lot of calories. It's crazy.
Costs a lot of money to binge, don't it, darling?
Oh, yeah, sure, right. But barely ever.
Blue Pot said, Twitter also has a chart for how often you mention he who shall not be named. And it's actually a lot. Yeah, we showed that chart. It was funny.
Like,
She has to lean back to drink water like a baby. Lay the baby back on the pillow. Right? Here's your Baba baby. She's already had a lot of sodium with that food. She ate for 40 minutes and took her 10 minutes to crap. Like 10 minutes of a full, bidet hose of flying in that bathroom. She totally sealed the deal for me too, Dandelion, when it comes to fast food. Absolutely disgusting. It nauseates me now to even drive by.
Man, I'm thirsty.
I'll bet. You ate for 40 minutes. And then she's drinking Gaviscon. This cannot be good. Her eyes can't even focus anymore. What's happening?
Pretty much. He has to move out. By the way, that picture, the risque picture that was on Lookout, was not from my community tab. I would have.
You mean the vajayjay?
Been banned from YouTube.
You did put it on your community post accidentally while you were drunk in Cuba on a rager. And people told you that you accidentally put it on your community post. Oh, let me find it. I'll find it.
YouTube. It was from my...
I've already found it once and showed when she did it.
OF.
You took it off your OF, put it on your community post.
Just a correction.
Yeah, well, it was a bad correction, especially when we go find it.
Excuse me.
God, your body is literally rejecting you. Can you imagine being in a fight between your brain and your body? What in the hell?
Yep. See?
Your body's like, we can't eat like that anymore. Your brain's like, hold my beer. Watch this.
Exactly, Zach. What's your picture of him, a legend thing? I need a lip flip. Exactly, Melly. Some support. Well, you don't make it easy to support you. Back is itchy and I have no back scratcher.
Salah's in there calling Blue Pot a zombie with no brain. God, he's a child too. Have you ever heard of a loofah and a shower and body wash? Ugh. I loofah my chest, my arms, and my back every shower. And I don't have like some thick layer of festering dead skin. Oh, God. It's so gross. Making me itch. Oh. God, give me the jeebies. I have a loofah on one side and a brush on the other side. So I use the brush and then I use the loofah. Good God.
Yeah, Cornwall employment is very, oops.
Oh my God.
Babe, my back is itchy.
Come and scratch my back. Come and scratch my back. I can't reach it. Does that sound familiar? Amberlynn Reed?
I need you.
I know, Jennifer. I hear ya. Yeah, look at this face card. She grabbed her broken tripod.
There's nothing worse than having an itchy spot.
That's some 600-pound life shit. Yeah. It's because, yeah, what? I'm not even reading it, sweepstakes. That's, no. Halo, no, don't make her smell it. Smell like a canned ham.
Yeah, it's my broken tripod.
Hi, Havasu, Mom. I love when Yaba calls you Havza, Mom. I love it. Type 2 is diet and lifestyle and can be reversed. Yes, it can. So they say. We are not spreading medical misinformation. I'm sure that there is quite the protocol to reverse it. I don't know. Her damage won't be reversed. I don't know. Melissa, stop! What? Stop it!
I can tell you're not listening.
Hi, Ladybug and David.
Just waiting for your turn.
And thank you for the new members I got while I was not live yesterday. I appreciate you. Thank you. We're still trying to get this chat green before the end of the month, you guys. We got 12 days. Let's do it. And we want to sell out of face cream.
Oh. He's gonna come. He's gonna itch my back.
That's true, Dot. Yeah.
Oh, are you okay? Yeah, Dad.
Oh my God. That's going to cost you about $1,000, Foodie. He's going to send you a bill and slide it under your bedroom door. Like he who shall not be named would do. That doesn't even look like scratching. His fingers are going like this. Watch. That's not scratching. That's how he pets the cat.
Under my,
This is so bad. She's going to need a shisha after this. Yep, there it is. The big... Oh my God, look what directions her eyes went into. That's not normal. That's not normal. They went to the left and the right. That's not normal. That's not normal. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Help.
oh, yes.
You okay now?
Oh, yes.
No, not really.
You're the best back scratcher. Can you go all the way down, please? Because
How far down? Stop it. Don't go past the spinal cord or column.
travels down. Thanks, babe.
Ugh.
You're the best back scratcher.
Halo Dog's like, stop. Go wash your hands, bro.
Thanks,
Okay.
sweet little. Yes, babe.
You're welcome.
Yeah, just the way he plays the keyboard. That's what it looked like. Emotional support, Muffin. Thank you for being a member of the Seeker family for 13 months. I love you. He's off to boil his hands now, right? Blah.
Juicy.
Why did you mute it? Because he's washing his hands? We could hear the water running in the bathroom? What? Is he gagging? What's happening? Is she blowing ass?
It's not PDA. That's a back scratch.
Your Beezers thought that was PDA? Okay. You can tell they live alone in the woods. In a tent.
It's not PDA.
Alright, settle down, Big Mac.
I did.
God, inside kids, right?
Hey, Kaylee. Okay. Thanks, Jill. Yeah. Do you guys remember the night before I went to Cuba?
Why would you even talk about that? That's the night you got down with Dee Dee. Why would she talk about that? Why would she bring that up? That was the night before she went to Cuba. She spent the night over at He Who Shall Be Not Be Named. And got with it. Got with it. You know what I mean? Got with it. Barracuda. Barracuda dinner. What?
Oh, God. Come.
She doesn't want to. Leave her alone.
Good girl. Yeah, that was good girl. Good girl. Good girl.
What a
Had to go to Cuba at like...
Sorry, I fast forward. I couldn't take any more. Yippee-doo.
compensation for that back rub. Rosemary. No. Mary, maybe.
I think she's all excited because she's taking Julia with her. She's been extra weird lately with the Julia thing. Like for the camera.
What do you do with Mom? She looks like Wilford Brimley. Don't give us your bum. Look at this bum.
Nah, she'd been planning that. Okay, so what happened with the Cuba thing? She planned it. One night she was doing a live stream in her bedroom, and she's like, where should we go, you guys? I want to go somewhere. And she booked the tickets right on her live stream so that she would make herself go. And then she went and ordered a bunch of stuff. It was not last minute. She only last minute was like scared to go. And then the night before she went to Dee Dee's place, and Ebony, that's disgusting, and partied and got it on with them and jumped on a plane. And when she landed in Cuba, she was in a manic state, and she went live, and she was all upset. She was freaking out. And then she told us all what happened the night before.
You have a calico bum.
That's why I said, why would she say, remember the night before I went to Cuba? What the F?
You have a tortoise shell bum. Torty bum. Flick your bum. San Pedro.
And then she thought she was a star on the karaoke stage, singing Madonna. Miss crippling anxiety got up on a stage in front of strangers and belted out Madonna. Let that sink in.
Yeah, so the night before, Cuba
Okay, so the night before, is she going to rewrite this?
It's crazy because the day before, like on my birthday or something, I got my
You got your channel back, right, the day before.
back. Miss Relish. Yeah, it was pretty fun, I guess. She has a cheesy bum. I don't know why.
No, weed is not legal in Cuba. But I'm sure there was some stuff going on in the background with some of the men that came to her room that she met.
Cat at the beach had a cheesy bum. Diabetes. No, not that. Anyway. Thank you, Stylish. Yeah, minus the booze, I guess. And that big cake. But the preparing was fun. Meal prep.
Hi, Tigsy.
So basically, I was like a on the whim decision that I was gonna go to Cuba.
No, it wasn't, because you bought you ordered bathing suits, you ordered hats. So no, it wasn't. It wasn't on the fly. You didn't have any of that stuff. You bought the yellow bathing suit. You bought the black bathing suit. You bought that black shirt that you wore out. You wore that freaking that sun hat. You ordered all of that.
Cuba. So I went and bought a, like, hey Cheryl. Yeah, no, don't, I missed that laptop so bad, oh my god. So, remember I was packing at 3 in the morning and I had to leave the next morning.
That is not true. That is not true. She was packing in the daytime. She packed in the daytime. The suitcase was sitting on her bed and she was putting stuff in there on a live stream. Then after her live stream, she drove to Dee Dee's in Montreal and stayed the night there. Yeah, even Pete's was on her live stream.
Agatha! Oh my gosh. Yep, I did, yeah, Jackie. A brand new one. Toilet! Who was toilet again?
I was watching a little bit of the Beck and Destiny stream before I went live because somebody sent me Taliu commented something about them being live and wanted me to react to it, but I would have to pick out the nuggets because it just sounds like they're comparing notes at this point. And I don't know. I follow the story, but not like that.
Toilet! My gosh, teardrop, I can't. I hate myself right now. It wasn't a MacBook, to be fair.
No, it was a Windows. It was like a Hewlett Packard laptop you had that you brought with you for some reason. You'd even brought it to He Who Shall Not Be Named's house, which is weird. Then you took it on to Cuba with you and gave it away. And like I said, I think that's where all the evidence of the Sam's Bar Lounge stuff was. I do. And I think you talked to them about it. I do. It makes more sense. Then why would you even take your laptop?
Fair. I would really hate myself for life.
Exactly, beautiful regret.
Oh. Oh, God, Joe. Tube top lemons eat the fuck out of nothing. Fast at midnight. It was 4 a.m. It was like midnight, and I'm like, should I go to Cuba? Okay, let's go. That was fun. That was my first trip alone. And I freaked out when I got there because I didn't think my there was so much going wrong. Oh.
That's because you had just been at He Who Shall Not Be Named's girlfriend's condo and you almost didn't go until that happened. And then you went.
You were munching Arby's that night.
Yeah, somebody said you were munching Arby's that night. In her chat. Meal Prep Water said you were munching Arby's the night before Cuba. Bloop! We all were there. You were. There it is. Yeah, so that was a lie. Because they partied all night.
Intruder, yeah. Really, Jackie? Oh, yeah, Vegas would be hard to relish. It was friggin' hot out. Hey, Jessica, the bug. That bug was coming for me.
See, she's reliving all the fun she used to have. She's not done that in the whole time she's been in Kuwait. She knows what she did the night before Cuba. So you got that going on in her head. She's been talking about Pete. Pete's has been talking about finding a job and getting an apartment. All of it is coming full circle. I think she's ready to go. That's what I think. Well, I think she's going to stay with Auntie because I think Foodie is way too controlling to let Pete pick out an apartment. I think she's going to stay with Auntie because she's going to take care of Auntie. Remember, Auntie's older and ill. Isn't Auntie my age? Auntie does way more than Foodie does in a day. But I'm just saying we're going to have the sick aunt now. So I think she's going to stay with her. Of course, Auntie's fine. They were all yucking it up in the car looking at the Christmas lights. Remember what they're all have that same laugh? Like, and they all have that same dialect from Fargo. You know what I'm saying? If Auntie looks fine. So I think what she's going to do is go stay with Auntie and then, until she checks out the places with Pete's. And she knows her income will go up if she leaves Kuwait. I think we're at that fork in the road. What do you guys think?
It's very inexpensive. I went with Sunwing.ca, the karaoke.
Don't you know?
Really, Teacher Chuja?
I know. Our aunt traveled to Jamaica last September. Yeah.
Rosemary. It might have changed his life. Actually, you know why I gave the laptop? It wasn't for him.
This is the happiest she's been talking about all the life she lived before Kuwait.
It's because he had a young child. And he was very poor. Like, everyone there was very poor. Like, hi, Red. Like,
so you handing over a laptop, and if he was so poor, he was gonna give that to his kid instead of sell it on the black market? Are you nuts? Please. We're not that stupid. You would have gave him money.
La bonita. So I felt really bad and I was under the influence very badly. And I was like, and remember the whole time I was raging about how I felt how bad everyone was like needed money. So I would give them like 10.
You raged more about Dee Dee being with Nods than you did anything else. You raged about white privilege and how you hate white people. And if you could just give all your money away, you would. Well, look what happened. It's called karma. But anyway, and you raged at, you doxed Dee Dee's mom. I have the video clip, saving it for a rainy day. Where, oh, no, you know what I'm saving for a rainy day? Because you did that whole thing about Beck and about you should have empathy from your audience for being knocked out by he who shall not be named. I have the clip where you said you hoped that he who shall not be named punched Dee Dee in the face and strangled her. I have that clip. It's a forever holding on to it clip because you have no empathy for victims. And that's why you don't care at all about Beck.
$10 tips a day.
We know, Faza.
Scrumpy old people with relish addiction. There was a lot of those. It was all white people. No offense.
Well, you know what they say, a drunk man's words is a sober man's thoughts. Yeah, we learned a lot about Foodie on the Cuba Rage. Wow, did we learn a lot. First of all, we learned that she's probably the worst white privilege I've ever seen. Because when she had money, she didn't help any of those people. None of them. And she had the money.
So boring. Anyway, I raged about relish. Yeah. Yeah, Ron. I do. I'm very generous when I have. When I have, I give a lot. Actually, that's what I want to do tomorrow night. So I was just haphazardly found when we were taking a drive recently on one of the streets nearby. I think I saw a fridge, an outside fridge, I think. So it's like a community fridge thing where people can go and grab food. So I have a whole bunch of stuff I want to put in there. Too many crackers up in that soup.
Hi, Liang.
I didn't have a falling out with the Polish woman. I just never saw her again.
What was that woman's name? Agatha or something like that?
She was bees in hardcore.
Yes, she was.
Toilets. Toilet's husband that looked like, what's his name? Exotic Canadians. I forgot to tell my bank I was using my card in Cuba. What else is new? I don't know what happened. Her name was Agatha,
She's talking about when she was in Cuba. Oh, it was Agatha.
Jackie.
That's what I thought. I have a memory of an elephant.
But yeah.
Well, that was really odd, Blue Hoodie, because remember, I worked in the bars for years, right? When I would see a woman act like that on vacation, chances are she was a bird out of a cage, if you know what I mean.
I had bought like a whole bunch
Like trying to get everything in instead of just enjoying a vacation, right? Like, you know, a professional just enjoying a vacation. They're less, yeah, in your face, right? So yeah, when I would see people like that, yep, Nancy even agreed, yeah. They were definitely a bird out of a cage, yeah.
bunch of new bathing suits and
Yeah, so if you went on a whim, it took a while for your bathing suits to come in the mail, remember? Remember? When you were unpackaging them?
it was pretty exciting.
Oh, speaking of which, I have a new outfit coming. And I'm going to need your opinions, members, because I'm going to try it on my members only. And you guys got to tell me if you like it or not. It'll probably be like on Friday.
At the time. So I went with Sunwing Ron, sorry to get you the story of the price. And it was a direct flight, which I liked. So right from Ottawa, where I was living. So it was.
So, wait a minute. Why were you in Montreal? How'd you get back to Ottawa? If you were packing at 3 a.m. and your flight left in the morning and you have to be there at least a couple hours in advance, explain to me how you got back to Ottawa after a night at a frolicking at Dee Dee's. That doesn't make sense. I thought she flew out from Montreal too.
It was in total the resort all inclusive 1,450 Canadian dollars. So that's not bad. I always have a problem with my bank cards, yeah.
No, it's because you did not call your bank and say, hey, I'm going to be in Cuba and can I use my card at this resort? And if they said no, then they would have said, take cash. You probably would have got cash. She wasn't home. She wasn't home.
I know. Like, anyway, yeah, it was pretty fun.
Oh no, she stayed with them. That's the night of the purple mattress.
But getting to Cuba was like, the airport in Cayo Coco was like so tiny. Like, it was crazy. And it was humid. I remember like, yeah, 1,450. That's why I chose it. It was super cheap. So.
She couldn't afford it now.
Yeah, it was fun. Like you know,
taxes, schmaxes.
the planning and the packing the night before was fun. Okay, Leslie. Well, what happened, Zach? No, I didn't have to cancel it, Christina, because I don't know, the debit cards, they started putting the numbers on the back. I forgot about that. So that I don't like, CB. The promiscuity and all that stuff, no. No, it's not for me. That's not a life for me. You know?
No, I didn't see any video clips. If they're links, I don't click links. If they're links, I don't click links in emails.
I feel like I felt gross and used and no.
Why would she talk about all this stuff if she's supposedly married during Ramadan?
Yeah, so now I have a sweet love.
You forgot about him. You forgot about him. What? I think she's going home. I think she wants to make that money again. I think she wants to go back to Cuba for a run. Like, I do. This is like the happiest stuff she's talked about in, well, let's just say the last 18 days.
Forever, inshallah. And now I have God in my life.
Wow, that looks convincing. Tread lightly.
And the alcohol, yeah.
That's probably for the YouTube.
Where would Salah like to travel to?
Yeah, you didn't mention Salah.
Sweet love.
That's weird.
I think anywhere at this point. He's just really wanting to travel.
Well, he's in the chat. I'm sure he can answer for himself. Like he used to always answer for Pete. Salah's good. He's just gonna go to his fiance's house.
There's a lot of places.
Have a big wedding. He'll probably even put it on YouTube. Please do. I've seen some beautiful Arabic weddings. Oh my gosh. The dancing, the music, the bride is so stunning. Honestly, they come across my TikToks. And if I pause long enough to watch the wedding and the celebration with family and friends, then I get a bunch of them. And I sit and watch them all because it's just beautiful. All the traditions, it's beautiful.
Places he wants to go, but no, I don't feel like going to Cuba again, honestly.
I love Indian weddings and I love Arab weddings, yes. I mean, I love American weddings too, like when they have the receptions in the barns and it just looks so homey and like down to earth. I love that too. I love to watch all weddings.
I'm not really I don't feel like going on a resort.
You're right, Dr. Scrimp. Yeah, her Foodie's wedding was beautiful and stunning. I particularly love the custom hoodie, zip-up denim with the hoodie that Salah was wearing. That was straight out of all the Arabic weddings I've seen. Yeah.
Well, you can still try. You can still go into the. I don't know. Hey, Poop Ninja. Don't know what adventures that. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Come see mom. Come see mom. Oh. Oh.
Oh, yeah, I remember when Salah said he didn't need Foodie if he wanted to go to Canada. Well, here's a news flash, Scatbot. You can't come to the United States now. We do not accept Syrian passports, so you missed the boat. Literally. At least he who shall not be named knew to get a job on a boat. So as soon as he landed in Canada, he got off the boat and never went back. You're not real bright.
Are you my girl?
Cat deflection.
Bring Salah to Canada?
I'm pretty sure he's been red flagged by now with all this nonsense. Never. That's the never laugh. She will never bring him to Canada. Not that she can, but she wouldn't if she could. She wouldn't if she could.
I would honestly love to bring him and show him around.
You can't.
There's a freaking truck outside.
It's a stain, Foodie. Leave it alone.
She ran away. Baby. She doesn't love being held for very long.
Most cats don't. You're not supposed to beg for their love. Cats are assholes. They want to love you when they feel like it. They don't like to be forced. Leave her alone.
We do. None of my cats ever did, really. Switzerland bees. Just happy I get to bees.
See, that's a food stain underneath her chin. She was trying to scrape it off with her nail, but forget about it.
Jeez. You would love to go to Rome? That would be nice, eh, Ron? I would just like to travel.
Well, you can't go to Rome, Ron. You're losing $1,000 a day, remember? Because I guess you don't know when to sell stocks. Duh.
She meows very rarely.
You know when else everybody lost thousands of dollars a day, Ron? Was back in 2009. So you can't blame, you know what I mean? Ron. Maybe Ron wasn't, a grown-up then, but I don't know.
Zeta Ray, is that...
Now you licked your finger to get rid of that stain. Well, it was the fallout from 2008. So bye. Oh my gosh, Jane, thank you for gifting memberships. Love you. Yeah, thousands an hour. Right. Yeah, everybody should own a home. And then all them pop-up mortgage companies. And then, just kidding. Right? And then the whole market crashed. It happens. You know what I mean? Welcome new members.
Not to be mean, but she's kind of boring.
Yeah, you're a thrill a second. Without us, reaction channels, I would already be asleep. And without my audience, I'd already be asleep.
Am I right or am I right?
Who did they say was boring? I don't know. I'm trying to read it. Aurora, does she still meow? Oh, talking about the cat. I don't even know who they're talking about. Doesn't even make sense.
Why do I... She's always rude. I don't know.
I'm rude, but shit, I like it. Hold on, I'm on top chat over there. Her chat moves so slow, I won't even have to back it up. Come on. Oh, I have to go back down here. Now, who did they say? Talking about Zeta. Who's Zeta? I don't even know who Zeta is. Isn't that on... Oh, Lol's Cow, right? Isn't it Zeta on Lol's Cow? Yes, I know. Beck was on. Beck was on. Do you guys want to go watch Beck? Go watch Beck. I get it. She's got 10,000 people watching, and they're going over all the text messages that Destiny had with Amber. I was watching it before I decided to do my live stream. But you're welcome. I mean, it seems to be the most important thing. Oh, it's over now. There you go.
Italy with all the pasta and pizza. Right, Zach? I thought so. Costa Rica. That would be a beautiful place.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait for the clips.
Zip line in the jungle.
Because it was like 2-3 hours. Thank you, Oscar's wife. I appreciate you.
Jungle's intriguing but scary.
Jungle?
Trinity? No, there's one missing person to make it a Trinity. Costa Rica.
The Trinity's not coming back. They're just bored. They're so bored. They know you're going back to Canada. That's why the Holy Trinity is back. If I were to guess, they already smell that she's going back home. And then they're going to come in and they're going to run it. They're going to run the show again. They'll get their wrenches back. It'll be a whole thing.
Costa Rica. Is Costa Rica part of the U.S.?
Hi, Tasha. Hi, Jackie.
Good. It is USA, see? 2/3.
She said Costa Rica is the USA? Didn't she have a map hanging on the wall behind her recliner at the villa for how long? We have the Virgin Islands. What is she talking about? Aw, thank you guys. I love you too. I'm just a smart ass. Yeah, Miss Geography over here. She graduated with honors.
Benidorm? Really, dog pies? That's awesome. Oh, it's 3:38. Costa Rica. No, isn't there like a tropical place that the U.S. owns?
Don't worry about the U.S. Just go to Cuba. Americans can't go to Cuba. You'll be much happier. In fact, all the Western people you've seen in Cuba were Canadians. Even the relish guy.
Sorry, I'm very ignorant when it comes to certain places.
Yeah, even Kuwait. Or facing Mecca while you're praying. It's southwest. It's southwest. Mecca's southwest of Kuwait.
Costa Rica. Where is that?
Oh my
Is that South
God!
Africa?
Weren't they? They were facing east, weren't they?
South America? Or in the middle? Oh, Puerto Rico. Sorry, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, you're thinking Puerto Rico.
My father's family's from Norway. Oh wow. Yeah, that would be nice to visit, Ron. Kauai is beautiful. Guam.
Okay, instead of a geography lesson, can we move on to you going to Canada? Thank you.
Oh.
Why are you breathing hard sitting? Thinking? Oh, that's what it was. She used too much brain power.
Guam is? Oh.
Yeah, she probably thinks New Mexico is the second part of Mexico. The newest part of Mexico.
Hey, Rosa. Your 5 hours, Jill? Not bad.
I hear you, dastardly.
Hawaii.
No, Gal said she's going to be absent for a little bit. Leon. She's going to be absent for a little bit. She's got things going on in her real life. Just send prayers.
I gotta go brush my curry teeth.
Yeah.
Sweet angel. I could go for a Butterfinger right now.
Get one. The sky's the limit, sweetheart.
I miss the Dollarama.
I'm telling you, she's going back to Canada. She's thinking of everything Canadian. You know how she has food noise? She's got that THC noise going on right now. That's why she keeps bringing up Canada. She's going back. Yeah, Kripnik. It's just sitting and talking, being alive and out of breath. Right? You're right. If I heard this sleep laying in the dark, heard her breath, like I would flee the house. Yep.
When I go back to Canada, we have to spend a good 2 hours in Dollarama.
Salah can't join her.
Just the smell of...
When we go back to Canada, we have to go to the Dollarama, guys. We have to go to Pennington's. We got to take care of Auntie. Well, her visa's up in like 2 weeks. Do the math. I think she gets paid Monday. I'm guessing around then. Of course she is. Did you hear her talk about how she cleaned her room and even vacuumed all the snack crumbs everywhere? I told you she's going through stuff. I seen a garbage bag full of clothes. She's going through things. I'm guessing next week too.
Made in China. I miss it.
She going home.
Kill Tony? No.
You think she would miss her birthday being the center of attention with her family? And remember when Salah's birthday came and went? Remember? She didn't buy him anything. And she was at a super dry store in Thailand in the mall and didn't buy him anything because he don't celebrate his birthday, guys. But she goes home every year to Canada for her birthday to get her prezzies.
Most beautiful flowers.
You think she is gonna, I don't care how long it takes on that flight, 12 hours, 14 hours, she will sit there zoned out, right? Right? To get those prezzies.
And fruits. There's less fuss film, especially after I just eat though. I'm pretty and obese. Same. Butterfinger ice cream.
Gross.
Pete's would like that. Yeah.
Of course he would.
Anime convention. We don't have Fifth Avenue in Canada or here. You're from Guam as well, Island Dragonfly? We do.
Good.
Obese. You're gorgeous, Mary. I love Fifth Avenue candy. What? Lala? Nice. You are gorgeous too, Teardrop. Please.
Moving on.
7 cent. I love Big Turks.
Big Turk candy bars.
I had a dream that I had a whole bunch of Big Turks.
Yeah, because you're going to Canada.
I had the weirdest dream ever. Oh, you're gorgeous, Teardrop. Trust me, I've seen you.
No, you know who's gorgeous? Leung.
Okay, Tracy.
And so is Ashley Lamborghini over there, who supposedly is that I Am Legend Thanos. That's weird.
I didn't even know you were still around.
I don't even know if I believe that, because Lambo, like, full on had a channel. Why all of a sudden would Lambo say, oh, I'm Thanos, and has no channel anymore? That doesn't make sense. Why would you even admit that you're Lambo without being Lambo?
Have a good one. Big Turk sounds funny. I know.
Yeah, because we remember you were seeing a guy named Big Turk until Aisha reached out to him.
Yeah. Cashew. Canadian Smarties. You like them? I don't like Smarties.
The breathing.
Congrats, Caribou.
You better start eating healthy if you got 2 weeks left before you get on a flight. Get on that treadmill. Log off.
Everyone needs to calm down.
God, I worry every time she does a long flight like that with her legs sitting in a position where she can't even move them. She can't cross her legs. You know what I mean? You know she ain't walking around like she's supposed to on a flight. Like, that shit makes you nervous.
Chocolate covered gummy bears.
Gross. God, these people are obsessed with food.
Remember I took pictures, but every day on the bed I would lay out a whole bunch of little gifts from the dollar store.
She's talking about for the workers in Cuba. She wants to go back to Cuba, you guys. I'm telling you, for a trip, maybe Auntie wants to go with her so they can hunt down young men.
Like women hygiene stuff and little lip glosses and like a $5 tip for the room cleaner every day. Makes me happy doing things for people.
What kind of things? Like making Pete go bankrupt and ruin his credit and leave him with a bill from a destroyed villa? What? Lose his deposit? You love doing things. That's great. I know, Havasu Mom.
But you don't have a sweet tooth. Excuse me, I was on a wheelchair.
Talking about the THC wheelchairs.
Twix and marshmallow fluff is so good.
I don't understand why the two of them don't fly together over to Syria and help people. Even if it's just handing out water or something like that. I don't get it. I don't get it. We're talking about her $1,400 trip to Cuba. We're talking about the inclusive resort. We're talking about all the clothes she had to buy to go to Cuba. We're talking about the money she left behind for everybody, the laptop she gave away. And people are truly suffering in Syria, Salah's country, and they don't go over there and help, but post about stupid stuff. Like, but you have the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? You have the opportunity to put your mouth where your fingers typed out on the keyboard.
Oh, I haven't had Tim Hortons since Lent started, and I'm really wanting some iced cappuccino and chocolate glaze.
It's all right, Emerald Blue. We all have those days.
Yeah, they do have a good ice cap. They're like liquid sugar, but they're pretty addictive.
Yeah, that's what you need.
Sugar pressed together tightly. Chocolate lock my mouth. Yeah, Canadian Smarties are like little chocolate things, but they're not as good.
Don't care. Canada. Just go home.
Cloth and lock my mouth. Yeah. This tooth is eventually going to fall out, guys.
Is it? It's a baby tooth. It's been in your head for almost 41 years. Why now? Why now? It's a baby tooth. That means there's no tooth behind it pushing it out. It's just one of them chromosome things.
What am I going to do?
Just some genetic thing. Wires were crossed during fetal development. I don't know what to tell you.
I have no tooth there. I look like Joe Pesci. Ew, did I blue pot? I drank her. The night before I drank her booze, I talked to my mom and I said, because it's a baby tooth summer. It's a matter of time. These ones were baby teeth.
What?
And they're gone. They had to get
What?
pulled out.
They had to be pulled out because they were rotted. And baby teeth come loose because there's a tooth above it coming down and pushing it out. It's a broke tooth summer, folks. Yep.
Because they were hurting.
Crackle and Snap says, I still have a baby tooth that never fell out. So maybe that's the tooth that's been hurting her when she bites down. Maybe it's all rotted. She's lying about the baby teeth, perhaps.
What? This little tooth? A dental plate? Oh yeah. So I said, Mom, I have a bottle of real Cuban rum for you. And she's like, oh, cool. And then I drank it all. And then when I got back to Canada, she went,
But you never brought home Lambo's coffee, Cuban coffee. Where'd that go? She actually brought it home. She just didn't send it to her, right?
hey, where's my rum? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, she loves giving to people, though. She loves that. Sorry, I drank your whole bottle of rum and didn't even buy a new one the next day.
Karate Joe Pesci.
Just like Salah's frog chocolate.
Postcard.
Beautiful, Shireen. How are you, darling?
Anyways. The postcard.
Yeah, the postcard club. Never sent one out.
I'm not giving you any money for that tooth. Yes! I need $2,000. You owe Lambo Arabic coffee now.
Yep, you owe Lambo coffee. So pick up some Arabic coffee before you go back to Canada.
Yeah.
Turkish coffee.
Arabic coffee is very strong.
Yeah, it's meant to be.
We'll send Lambo over coffee. Cuban coffee is really good. Wow. I know, I owe you a coffee if I ever go back.
She's going back.
Jesus,
I think her and Auntie are going to go there. It sounds like it because she mentions Auntie, she mentions Cuba, and we know Auntie loves to go on trips. So this time she's going to have Auntie go with her. I just feel like it's coming up, or at least they've been talking about it.
Baby! Baby! Really, Wolf Pup?
Stormy's, your brother still got 2 baby teeth. That must be a thing. I don't know anything about it.
Gotta go pee.
I'd never heard of it until Foodie.
Postcard club. I'll never know. Every day I woke up and had a cappuccino. It was so awesome.
Get a cappuccino maker. An espresso cappuccino machine.
Remember Dennis?
Yeah, Uncle Phil is younger than me.
You guys were trying.
Now she's talking about the dentist guy that everybody was trying to get her to hook up with, right? Why would she talk about this if she has a real husband in the other room during Ramadan? I'm telling you right now, he is with somebody else. This thing is over, and they're going to go their separate ways. I'm telling you.
So hard to ship, Dennis and I. And I was like, not feeling it, okay? Not feeling it.
She is so excited right now. She's leaving. How is it? Why do people fight me on this? It's over. I think they split over a month ago too when she got that email from that woman. And it was too detailed to be fake. And I will never believe it's fake. It is 100. It's time to pack. It's time to go home.
There were no
It's a
vibes.
transaction. No matter how hard she tries, he's not going to fall in love with her. It's time to go.
At all.
Yeah, and she's excited for the THC. You see that? That's the glimmer in her eye.
Must be nice, yeah. Juice is guarding Salah. Are you guarding Dundon? Dennis was like, Nick started this.
Yeah, and she's been cleaning out her bedroom. Listen, now she's talking about the Nick guy.
All.
Yeah, I think she redacted a lot of things from that email. She didn't read it in its entirety. She left things out.
No, you know who started that whole arc? What's his name again? Frank.
Now she's talking about Frank. She acting like she back at the villa.
Sent me $69 for my birthday and a bubble tea, remember? Dennis, oh my gosh.
Oh, she's going to hit the ground running in Canada. Bet.
This traveler guy from Cuba who was really into me.
Yeah, look at, she just did that with her knuckles while she's got a fake husband in the other room. This is nuts, dude. Now she don't even care what she talks about, right?
You're here, PC. FBI Frank? Not FBI Frank, is it? Gross!
Yeah, Frank bailed after that car meetup with the bubble tea.
No, Rosa. No, I'm just reminiscing.
Yeah, she's just reminiscing. People are like, what's up with you, girl?
Frank, show yourself. I'm sure he still watches. Because he was in here not long, like last year maybe? I can't remember.
Yeah, right. Holding on for the tab said, I'm not married, but this doesn't seem like anything a spouse would appreciate hearing. Right?
Nadia, yeah.
She's talking about alcohol during Ramadan. You know, talking about the THC. Putting on a show for plain cheeseburgers and Lambo. Do you see what I'm saying?
Nadia, Kaylee?
She talking shit about past paid lovers, right?
Frank's cologne. Creamy pee. Oh, gross me out. Kevin.
Can you imagine if Salah was on a live stream right now talking about Red Room Girl and stuff? She'd probably kick the door in like the Kool-Aid man.
I was mean to some of them. Remember the one time? I shouldn't be talking, but
No.
I'm not. I'm so happy to be married, guys, for these reasons.
Right.
Remember the one person?
She just had one of those moments like, oh. And he's not even in the chat anymore, so there's that.
I went to Montreal, picked him up, brought his tagine, and like about 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, I was like, wakey, wakey, wakey.
Oh my God. Oh my God. She's talking about a guy in her bed.
Still sleeping, and I was like, time to go back to Montreal. Oh, I don't miss that, guys. I'm telling you, it was a headache.
What?
I kicked out the guy. Yeah. Ew. Oh, God. Disgusting.
Is that what the ministry says? That a person can only live in another country on a tourist visa for up to 3 years. And we are approaching quickly.
I feel left out. Laugh, yeah. What did she say? Nadia stalked Chantel at Arby's. ADP, I see her sometimes. Who is the guy you had over while eating who spoke French in the background? I think that was the guy I kicked out the next morning.
Yeah, she definitely lived a life. You are correct, D-Lan. She lived a life in Canada. She exists in Kuwait.
No, not Roman. I saw Kiwi was playing with my wig. I saw that.
Oh, the bird. That was his roommate's bird, by the way. It wasn't his. He didn't abandon his bird. Roman.
Like a fart in the wind. Like a fart on a tile. Canada, eh? Oh. Yeah. Oh, dieting, yeah. Tough. Anyways.
I think so too, Shireen.
You said you had a dirty car. You guys knew my Kia was filthy sometimes?
Sometimes.
Most of the time?
All the time.
He had bad breath. The first day I met him, I picked him up at a clinic because he had strep. He had BV breath.
You did not just say that. During Ramadan. Oh my God. What the
So, yes. I guess it was mean to say, but...
Yeah. She still made out with them, right, Beach Flower?
It's the truth. I'm eating. You missed the Kia?
Of course, so I don't care.
Had a whole ecosystem. It had about 3 wigs.
And you left them all on the floor, one in your car, and the cats peed on them, right? And then dug their nails into them. And then you'd slap them on your head and run a brush through them. What? You just joined the circus of Foodie? Oh, love light. Buckle up.
Yeah, Kaylee, it was. I think I told you guys that, no? Are you, Mom? Hit the curbs, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I was reading what they were saying.
I know, right, Jackie? It was alien life forms. Corky's right.
Oh, you meant she should just join the circus already. Well, she did. It's called YouTube.
Toilet mouth gono. I was watching one of my old lives.
Dastardly. Cold turkey girl. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. We need a poll. How long will cosplay last in Canada? I'm betting less than a month. Oh, you mean wearing the hijab? You know, I think she's going to get to a point where she's going to want to get back on the Tinder or the WhatsApp, and that's when it'll come off. I'm going to think she's going to need to get settled. So I'm going to say probably a month, and then she'll want the wigs back on. Definitely. But I don't really feel like making a poll. Hubby came home early, and we got a few errands to run.
And I was telling you guys around that time, I'm like, I have something wrong with my throat.
Why are you doing this? I am so confused.
The red wig? The nut salsa conspiracy. Can you believe I wanted to rent a house for that much money a month? Like, what? No, he asked me to pick him up there. Because we were...
We just got Shady, we just got to run into the shopping district. He needs to go to Menards, and I got to finish picking up stuff for the Easter boxes.
to meet up. No, it was just like exactly like, I don't know, strep breath. Yeah.
Okay. God, I'm so glad I'm old and this stuff is not even like something that would even plague my life. Ugh.
Melly, yes. I had a whole thing in there. Remember we used to just go to Montreal and go shopping at Rock and Roll to pick up new skanky ass dresses. Wow, that didn't fit me.
Because you never try anything on, you just buy it and then you throw it in the garbage if you don't feel like sending it back. That's the dumbest way to shop. You don't even, like, even at Pennington's, you just pull the cart in there and you just grab sizes and everything's cut different and you don't even try stuff on. Like, why wouldn't you go into a changing room? I mean, take a freaking shower before you go.
Yeah, who, Roman?
I think so, Raccoon. And now she's at the acceptance stage.
At the time, but he turned out to be a dick.
No, he isn't. Roman is not. He's funny. You know who turned out to be a you-know-what? This one.
Couldn't find a man with a car. Right? I had no respect for myself. I'm not
You don't either right now during Ramadan.
joking. My doily hat.
Thank you, Lovelight.
The ham-colored dress. I look like a freaking spam.
You really did. You look like a canned spam.
No, I don't have the Kia. Hey, Larry.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
The fashion show, yes. Hey, B. The chemo hats. I have one chemo hat. They were comfortable. Honestly, the sausage dress at the time, nails.
Yes, Roman was in a bad accident in Morocco. And supposedly he's gonna come back to YouTube. I know he's had to have a couple surgeries.
I had really, really bad anxiety.
Right.
And I found that covering my head with the hats like helped a bit with that. I don't know why.
That's not anxiety. If you had bad anxiety, Yours is situational. If it's embarrassing, that's what you call him. What is low self-esteem? So you shave your head in the middle of the night. You had a Britney Spears moment, and then if you've grown your hair back, you'd put fibers back in it, and you would flaunt it. It was after you did that, you were embarrassed. That's it. That was it. But no, that ain't. If you had severe anxiety, you wouldn't have got on a plane and moved to Kuwait and stayed with a guy you don't even know who he is. Stop. You wouldn't
Yeah.
abandon everything that gives you comfort and a sense of self. So you don't know anxiety very well.
As Caprice, I'm glad you found God and purpose. Yeah, I feel a lot more stable. Honestly, I don't miss waking up with like, I was really not in a good way mentally. I know, like,
You're
it was
still not.
fun. We had a lot of fun. Hey, life in Vegas. But who knows? We might end up back in Canada.
What? What? When we go into Canada? Listen, here it is. Who knows? We may end up back in Canada, people.
With Salah there, but
No, it won't be with Salah.
we'll see. I don't know. Because honestly, I might be forced to go back because
Boom! Boom! This is the story she's going with. This is the story she's going with right here. I may be forced to go back.
like,
What? Come on, girl.
you know, I took care of my grandma a lot. My aunt, her health.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You went and got her groceries and brought them to her once a week. That's not taking care of somebody. I think you're going to move in with Auntie, and I think you're being forced out of Kuwait. Your time is up.
Is not this, like, you know, she's getting up there in age.
She's younger than me. She's younger than me. What are you talking about? She's 59.
And I want to spend as much time with her as I can.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Now y'all gonna tell me she ain't going back. She's already got the story in place. Probably in 2 weeks. Hey, you guys, I'm in Canada. I was forced to come back.
And help her out and
Help her out. How are you gonna help anyone else when you can't even help yourself?
so
If you were like even had a caregiver mind, you would take care of yourself so you will live longer.
I don't know. She's getting up there, Kaylee.
How dare you? Listen, 60's the new 40. Especially if you eat right and take care of yourself. Bloop. You're 40. Your 40 is the new 80. I'm just saying. Because you've aged your body. You're taking meds an 80-year-old takes. And that's just from wearing down. Yours is from not taking care of yourself. Her auntie is not morbidly obese at all.
No, she has some health issues. I won't talk about them, but
You just did. Because you can't be honest that your time in Kuwait has come to an end and you're going back home and shit's going to be fun. We're going to get a new place. You can't tell the truth. You actually exposed a family member and you're going to use them and run with that. Why do you keep doing that? I think she's only going to stay with Auntie until her and Pete's find a place. And I think she's so controlling, she's not going to let Pete's pick the place because she's going to want to put on a show for YouTube. Do you know what I'm saying? And we already know her channel's going to make money once she leaves.
hi, Tiny Calico. Kia fast food steering wheel turntable. We'll buy another Kia when we
Now
go.
she's going to talk about we'll buy another Kia when we go. She's not going with Salah. She'll keep saying while she's there that she's going to get things settled. But you know why it won't fly? Because she'll be living with Pete's. Pete's. That ain't going to work. If you're married to a Muslim man, you cannot live with another man. Even if he's your friend. Mm-hmm. But she's going to start talking about Julia and possibly getting Sam back. Listen to this shit.
Go.
Yeah, your aunt's healthier than you. I'm healthier than you.
We'll sell the Sherry and we'll buy a Kia. How about that? A new Kia Optima.
Girl, can you get something like a minivan so you don't look like the car's giving birth to you every time you get out? That'd be great.
Half-eaten paneer out all the time.
Then you can like throw all your shit in the back. It's a minivan. Yes, on Reddit, people said Pizza's looking for an apartment. And a job.
Yeah. I don't know about Sam. I'll see.
Here we go. I don't know about Sam. We'll see.
I'll ask if they're willing.
You know exactly who has Sam. Probably the same people that has the Kia. Just holding shit for you.
To.
I think somebody gave her the money for the Kia and said, if you ever want it back, you can pay me back. And I think it had to do with her run back to Kuwait, right? After the Kybella thing, okay? But anyway, because she had to get a round trip ticket to even go back to Kuwait. $2,000. That's what I think happened. I think that the person that's holding the Kia is also holding Sam, right? Because they knew she's coming back. She knows she's coming back, right? I think that the reason she signed over the Kia, possibly, if she signed it over, is so she wouldn't have an asset that the Canadian tax man could put a lien on, because she may not have been paying her agreed upon amount for taxes. I don't know. It's just an assumption. She has no assets.
New Kia. It would be so great to see Salon Canada. I know.
She don't want Salon Canada.
Cars are expensive. Yeah, I'd probably buy a used one.
I know, Ladybug. Look at her. She's already talking about buying a used car.
Like before. Honestly, my used Kia, I got it. It was used. And it lasted. Like, it's still, you know.
It lasted. It's still. Now, that's why she put all that money into that car, which made no sense to me, is because somebody's holding on to it for her. I don't even think she sold it. I think she signed it over to somebody so that she didn't have any assets. I'm telling you, her stories do not line up. Why would you put $1,500 into a car and then turn around and sell it for $1,500 tops? $2,000 tops. That don't even make sense. I think she fixed it up and signed it over to somebody, and they'll sign it back over to her, but she didn't want to have any assets on file.
No, I'm not saying we're going back to Canada, but I don't know. Like, it might happen that I might have to
Boop. Bloop.
because my family, we'll see. I don't know.
She's going back. Do you guys believe me now? That's why she's been happy and talking and reminiscing with plain cheeseburgers, Lambo. We finally are at the end of this. Thank you, Jesus.
The food left on the porch. It was Lakma and it was winter, so.
No, she'll go back there. Anyway, I'm done with all that. That's what I wanted to show you, but she'll go back there and she will make the money again. She will put on a show. She will put on a show. Going to penitence, doing all this stuff, she will put on a show. The people will come back. We will come back because it will be fun. And then, well, the most reason that she can't sponsor him is because she's not married. And they don't let single Syrian men in Canada. Now, they don't allow them in the United States. I think the hijab will come off after about a month. She's going to play house, you know, and play modest for a little bit. And then... it'll be fun, and she knows it. That's why she's in a good mood. It's the best mood she's been in for 18 days. You give it 2 weeks and that'll come off. All right. I can see that. When she starts, trying to make men jealous by, I've got a date tonight. That kind of shit, you mean? Yeah. It could be less than a month. She's pretty quick, Her diets are 48 hours. Maybe the hijab will be 48 hours. She'll be rolling down hills, all kinds of shit. He cannot seek asylum in Canada. He can't apply as a refugee. She's not married to him. No. I give her 2 months. You're going to give her 2 months. Okay. You forgot about the finger lipstick thing, yeah. I think he's getting his last pay, and then she's out. Right? I think she's out of there. Whoop, whoop. All right, guys, that's it for me. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you to the new members that joined behind the scenes. And thank you for the gifted memberships. I appreciate you guys. And welcome new members. If she takes Julia to Canada, you know she's not going back to Kuwait. Amen. And she does mention in this live, I couldn't find it, that people were asking about Julia going to Canada. And she said, well, she's definitely Julia's going, but she's not sure about the Sam thing because Julia, she's really chill like BBJ was and doesn't want Sam picking on her. I'm telling you. She's going to Canada. Anyway, I love you guys. Have a great day. Bye, guys.